You say you want more money, but every time it gets close, your body tightens, your chest contracts, your stomach drops, you hesitate, and you don't know why. You're not lazy, you're not bad with money, you're not blocking manifestation. But your body doesn't feel safe with what your mind says it wants. And until that changes, money will always feel heavy. This video is for creators who know how to make money but feel stuck. Entrepreneurs who've tried mindset work. People who say they want wealth but feel stress around it. Business owners tired of living in survival mode. Maybe you know some of these. You think about raising your prices, but you feel tension. You send an invoice and you feel anxiety. You look at your bank account and your stomach tightens. You spend money and you feel guilt. You earn money and you have a fear of losing it. Manifestation doesn't break at intention, it breaks at safety. I'm going to dive into this in this video, and I'm also going to share a couple of ideas to help you break free of this. And I'm also giving you an invitation to our community, manifestation community. And in that community, we have a 7-day manifestation reset, and it's for free. So you can test that out. I'm going to give the invitation, talk about it later, but the link is below. So the real problem, most people think that manifestation is about strategy, confidence, positive thinking, visualization. It's not. It's about this question. Does your nervous system feel safe with more? Because if it doesn't, your body will quietly sabotage what your mind is asking for. And I'll give you an example. My story, I fought for so many years. I wanted to create success. I wanted to manifest money. And I did so many things to achieve it. One thing was that I borrowed money and I invested in properties in the area that I'm living in, the capital in my country. Fact is, everything went well until it didn't. Financial crisis in 2008, and I ended up with a $1.5 million debt. Now, I got out of the debt. I got into mindset. I got into creating a money mindset, and I found the right mentor, and I used the right strategies and work. So I did a lot of work, and I hustled my way out of the debt. I built a company in less than 4 years with 60 people, and I solved all of the debt. After that, more money came to me, and I actually had quite a lot of money in my account. And here's the fact. Something inside me still felt unstable. There was this little voice and connected with a fear that whispered in my ear, you're gonna lose it. You'll have zero back. You'll end up on the streets. Things like that. And when I began to look into this, that's a bit deeper work, and this is silent work. It's not about running around and yelling around this. you sitting with you. And I did that. And I became aware that this feeling in my stomach, connected with the voice, it showed up in different circumstances in my life. So what I experienced was that when I used my credit card, I had the same experience in my stomach. It tightened. And when I began to listen for real, I understood that there was this whisper inside of me saying there's not enough money. This isn't or wasn't about the purchase. It was fear. Deep inside, a fear which was seated in me in early childhood. There won't be enough. I could lose everything. Money disappears. And I said seated because the fear wasn't logical. It was programmed. In early childhood, from instability, from watching money come and go. I understand now today that there was a point my dad had a great job and earned a lot of money, but he lost them many times in gambling or buying a new very fancy car or something like that. And I understood that there were arguments, if you could say it like that, between my parents. And some of these things, when we as a little kid experience that, and we are like a sponge, open, absorbing. We are in a meditative, what's the name? What's the word? Meditative state when we are very young. So we just, like a sponge, take everything in. So I watched money come and go from growing up with chaos. And my body remembered it. Even when my life had changed, it was still in my body. So the shift, money didn't change when I pushed harder. It changed when I slowed down enough to ask. And you can do this yourself. Just breathe and slow down and ask, what do I actually believe about money? Not the first thing maybe, or maybe it is, but be careful because this can be tricky. And maybe even ask, what am I afraid will happen if I have more money? So this one says, I want to do 100K a month or $1 million a month or 10K a month. But the body reacts differently. Something is afraid. And what is it? You can ask yourself that question. Or maybe this question, what part of me thinks money is dangerous? What part of me thinks money is dangerous? Because that's where manifestation changes. And I'm saying again, be careful, because this one can be very tricky. So it's about really becoming aware what's going on in silence, becoming aware when the credit card is out, becoming aware when the bill's coming in. What is the reaction in you? What are the thoughts? What are the emotions? And stay connected with them. And this is what I'm speaking about here is not at the level of affirmations. This is at the level of identity plus nervous system memory. And I say it like this. We have this one up here, which is very beautiful. But you know that 5 to 10% only is in the conscious and the rest is in the unconscious. So trying to change the results by only saying affirmations, that's the 5 to 10%. But the 90 to 95% is still in there. And the body, you know how it is if you freeze or if you are in a fight mode or something like that. It's not the mind, it's the body reacting. Same thing here. So some practical inner work here. Actually an invitation to reflect. You can take a pen and a paper, and when I imagine having more money, what emotion shows up first? Just write that down. And the second question could be, what am I afraid will happen if I succeed financially? What am I afraid will happen if I succeed financially? And who did I learn money from? And what did I see growing up? There are different levels of this, but this is a very easy practice to do, and maybe do it more than once. And then after that, instead of trying to fix everything, don't fix it. Don't fight it. Just notice it. Because one thing is for sure, that when you become aware, just the awareness helps remove the split energy. And when I say split energy, I mean the mind might say, I want to be financial free, but the whole system doesn't like that. That's split energy. One direction, another direction. 90 to 95% will win. And split energy is what blocks flow. So you don't need to convince yourself you want more money. You need to get your body to believe it's safe. That's manifestation. And as I mentioned in the beginning, that's exactly why I created the 7-day manifestation reset, like a challenge. This is not to attract money, but to slow your system down, see what's actually running underneath, identify the real root of the issue, and release old fear patterns. Begin rewriting the program from safety. It's inside our free manifestation community. No hype, no forcing, just grounded awareness work. Because when your system settles, money stops feeling like a threat and starts feeling like alignment. If this video resonated, if you've been trying to manifest money but still feel stress, the link is below. And you're welcome to join us in the 7-day manifestation reset challenge. And if you are in the community and you are not in the challenge yet and you want me to unlock it for you, just write 7-day in the comments. I'll open it for you. Thing is, you don't need more hustle. You need internal safety. And when that shifts, money follows.